Hello friends, welcome or welcome back. I hope you are having the most fantastic of days. If you're new here, my name is Mel and I currently have a cat in my lap. So if I look like I'm sitting a little bit funny, that's why. She's decided, oh, she's gone. She's decided that now anytime my lap is open, it's available to her, which of course it is. Today I'm going to be starting the Knock Down the TBR vlog. At the beginning of every year, I do a video that shows you guys all of my unread TBR, all of my unread physical TBR. And there are a lot of books on there. And then I ask you to tell me down in the comments which books you are the most interested in seeing me read. This is so that I know what to prioritize off of my physical TBR, books that you're either interested in seeing me read or books that you think I would enjoy. And so I'm always curious to see what comments are going to come through. Then I do a set of follow-up vlogs, which is this video, in which I read some of the books that you guys suggested to me. Last time I randomized the comments. This time we are going to randomize the comments a little bit, but I also thought that it would be fun just to pick the book that was recommended to me the most. That was hands down, by far, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This book was recommended to me I don't know how many times off of that video. So many people wanted me to read One Dark Window, so we are reading One Dark Window in this vlog. All I know about this is that it is a very gothic tale that has all the vibes. There is a nightmare hanging out in this girl's head, and that is a trope that I absolutely love and I am completely here for. I've had my eye on this book for a while. I don't know why it's been sitting on my TBR as long as it has, but I'm so excited to finally be picking it up. Then for the next book, I did kind of randomize a little bit. I looked and found 3 other books that were recommended to me at least more than once, and then we kind of cheated and used it for our magical TBR, in which I wrote everything on a piece of paper, shuffled them all up, and picked one, and that ended up being The Darkness Before Them by Matthew Ward. This one was recommended to me by Sherry and AnnMore321. Thank you guys so much for recommending this one to me or asking me to read it, wanting me to read it, whatever the reason was why you commented it below. This is another one that is a newer release that I have been really excited to read. I own his Legacy series, but honestly, that one's a little bit intimidating. So I'm excited to be picking up a slightly shorter but still relatively chunky release of his. This one has a heist in it, and I love a good heist. I'm so excited to read more heist-like books. This is following Kat, who is a thief, and she gets herself into the kind of trouble that thieves get into. And then I think we also have an alternate point of view that has a very political heavy aspect to it. So I'm curious to see how this turns out. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to be reading One Dark Window and The Darkness Before Them. I am so excited to get to both of these. So I guess let's just jump into the vlog. I wanted to do a really quick update for you guys because I have made it about 80 pages into One Dark Window, and I have mixed feelings on this so far. I feel like not a ton is happening right now. We're really just kind of in the setup. We've just met the guy. I don't know if this is romantasy or not. I thought it was, but it's definitely reading a lot more fantasy at the moment. I like the idea of the cards and the way that the magic works. This is following Elspeth, and in this world, if you end up with this illness, it can give you magic, and there are these physicians that hunt down the kids that had the illness and take them to the king's prison to die because you're not allowed to have any magic. And she manages to survive and thinks she has no magic, escapes the physicians, touches a nightmare card one day and ends up with a nightmare in her head. And that's really all that I know about most of the magic system so far and kind of the setup. It is moving quite slow, and I'm kind of hoping we start to get things going here in the near future. It definitely reads a little bit fairy tale-esque to me, not in like a super whimsical way, but the kind of setup and the stepsisters and the stepmother and keeping her and not allowing her to do anything, princesses kind of vibe, gives me fairy tale vibes, even though it's not necessarily a whimsically written story. So I'm on the fence. I have mixed feelings, but I am liking it. So I'm excited to continue and see where it goes as the plot starts to pick up. Hello, good morning. I wanted to give you guys an update because I'm actually headed into work on a Saturday. Again, it's my official call now, whereas my last one was my weekend call. Anyway, we're getting close to being done for 5 or 6 months. So fingers crossed I will get through this weekend because, oh my gosh, I'm tired. But anyway, I'm now halfway through One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and I still feel underwhelmed. There's nothing wrong with this book. Because everybody loved it so much, I was expecting it to be more than what it is, I guess. I still think the magic system is really cool. I don't fully understand it, and there are a few gaps in what I find to be logical in the magic system, but I'm hoping those get better explained. And I don't mind our main character. I don't really feel the relationship super strong right now. I wish that their banter was a little bit more bantering and he was a little less brooding, but I do like a good brood, so I don't mind them. I don't mind them together, but I don't know, there's just something missing for me. It's very gothic vibes, which again is the point, but the plot is moving so slowly. We're really not doing a whole lot. Even at halfway, not a whole lot has happened, and I just want the plot to kick up a little bit. I want things to start happening. I need it to be less vibes and more things going on, I guess. So I don't dislike it. I like it. I want to keep picking it back up, but I'm definitely very underwhelmed at the moment. I'm walking the dog. I'm not sure if you're actually going to be able to hear this update or not, so if you can't, it just won't be in the vlog. But I just managed to get off work and finished listening to One Dark Window on my way home from work, and I actually ended up really liking the ending of it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to rate it. It's either a high 3, maybe a low 4, but it feels like a higher 3 to me. There were definitely parts where I felt like the plot really lagged and where I was like, okay, let's pick it up, let's have something happen, I need something to go on. But I still liked the vibes and I was still interested even though I was bored. I don't really know how to explain that. And I liked the ending quite a bit. It left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, which I wasn't really expecting because I knew this was a duology, but the second book follows a different couple. So I expected this story to kind of wrap itself up and then us have a slightly different story in the next book. But I don't think that's going to be the case. So I'm curious to see how the next one goes. I actually kind of wish I bought it on Triple Stamps Day. I guess I still could order it. I may end up ordering it on Triple Stamps Day. But this definitely had a trope that I loved, which I think kept me more engaged, honestly. I love the nightmare in the head trope. It's one of my favorite tropes. And so, yeah, that definitely didn't hurt at all, but I don't know, I was interested. There was something just a little bit missing for me to be like, yes, solid 4 or 5 star, but I still really ended up enjoying it, even though it was a little, I don't want to say disappointing, but a little lackluster based off of what I expected based off of everyone else's ratings, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I had a good time. I am excited to continue on in the vlog and will likely be picking up 2 very soon. Okay, I've just gotten home from work and honestly, I was so paranoid all day today. I actually put a little sign up on my garage door. I was like, can you please put these packages in the box? And of course, she did not put the packages in the box. We were gonna get a really bad storm today and my bookish box is here and I've been waiting on this book for 5 months and I didn't want it to get damaged in the rain. Thankfully, they do package these pretty well. They are bubble wrapped, so even if it had gotten a little bit of rain, not like soaked, but a little bit of rain, it still would have been fine. But this is my Serpent in the Wings of Night from the bookish box, and I'm so excited to finally have this. It made it just in time for a Polycon, although I think this is signed, so I don't know that I will take it with me and, you know, risk it getting damaged or anything like that. But if you guys want to see it, hang out. If not, skip ahead just a little bit. I'm so excited. Okay. My white balance is all messed up because of this green, but like, you guys, this is so pretty. This is the Serpent in the Wings of Night. So pretty. I love it. Their books are very square. Like, you know how a lot of hardcovers have rounded edges and like rounded dust jackets? Theirs are very square and I don't like dislike it. It's just something to note. These are the digitally, I guess, sprayed edges. They do wrap all the way around. This is the naked hardcover. Let me turn this ring light off. There we go. Now you guys can see that a little bit better. This is the naked hardcover. And then the beautiful end papers. And then this is the reverse dust jacket as well. I really like this edition. This is so pretty. I'm so glad to finally have this. I'm assuming they're gonna do book 2 at some point because I need it. I need it to match. I'm not sure how I feel about the like grayscale on the inside with the red exterior because it's kind of the way the title page is done too, but that's okay. It's still a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous copy. So Anyway, that's all. I don't have any updates for reading wise for you guys. Actually, I lied. I do have one quick update for you guys. I listened to about 10% of The Darkness Before Them on my way to work this morning. I started at my normal speed, had to drastically reduce the reading speed, started the book over again because I just felt like I wasn't grasping any of it, and then realized it was the book and not me. This book is extremely wordy. Like, the prose is very wordy to try to get across like the descriptions of sentences and stuff. So combine the super wordiness of it with massive info dumps and action all at the very beginning, and I was just not really having the best of times. I am going to retry this physically and see if it helps reading it with my eyeballs, but I don't think I love it when something starts with a big bang, huge action scene, but tries to do tons of info dumping at the same time. I don't mind when there's info dumping, and I don't mind starting with an action scene, but the two of those together and a wordy prose just made my brain not able to focus. And so I kept being like, wait, what's going on? I don't feel like I got that. So I did end up stopping it. Like I said, I didn't get super far into it. We start with a heist, which is exactly what I needed this book to do. It is sapphic. There were some good elements to the very beginning of this. I think the magic system is going to be really interesting. I just need it to sit in my brain a little bit better because something about it, whether that be the narration or the beginning of the book, I don't know, was not working for me. So I am hoping that things start to like settle down as I continue, because I'm concerned it's not the narrator, it's the book, to be honest. So I'm really hoping that things kind of settle in, the writing gets a little less flowery. I guess, yeah, flowery I guess is a good way to put it, and things start to make more sense, but we'll see. I'll update you guys once I'm a little bit further into it. I wanted to show you this beautiful, beautiful book, Mel. Good morning. So I am just about to go into work, but even though I wasn't listening to this at the moment, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on The Darkness Before Them. I'm hoping to read a little bit of this on my lunch break today, and I will say that after flipping into the physical book from the audiobook, things did start to make more sense. I was enjoying it a little bit more. I think that if you're going to go the audiobook route for this, then I would definitely have the physical book or ebook on hand to be able to follow along with it in the beginning, because there's just so many terms that he doesn't bother to explain in text that are in the back, and then there's a lot of characters thrown at you, and I'm an epic fantasy reader, but it just was a lot all at once, combined with the flowery writing style and weird inflections of the narrator. I just could not process it. I even started it over and then started it over again physically, and finally was like, oh, that's what's happening. I think that this is just going to be one of those books that has some 4-star moments. I really like the heist and the action scenes, and then also has some 2-star moments as well. But I'm going to keep reading. I'll probably check in with you guys later this afternoon when I get about halfway into it. But this feels like a 3-star read to me. I just feel like the world building right now is a lot, yet not explained all at the same time. I feel like we're getting thrown things, but he's not actually going into any depth on anything, so it's just a bunch of terms, but nothing actually has any substance to it. And I'm afraid that that's also going to be the case with the politics, but I'll let you guys know when that starts to come into a little bit more play, because I do think that there's another point of view in this that is pretty heavily political. Good morning, friends. So it's April, and every month my favorite coffee shop brings out new and exciting drinks on the first of the month. And it's not the first of the month, but I haven't gotten a chance to go yet. So I figured that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to have a Friday treat, and I'm going to treat myself to some coffee. So we have 3 different options. The first is a Cadbury cream egg, which is vanilla, caramel sauce, white, and dark chocolate. We have a Butterfinger latte, which is butterscotch, cookie butter, and caramel. And then a Cocoa Puff cold brew, which is mocha cold brew with cookie dough cold foam. Ugh, they all sound so good. And I couldn't decide. So I asked Instagram because I could not decide. Right now, the butterscotch latte is winning. I'll be honest, I really wanted the cold brew, but it's in last place. So we're gonna see who is winning and what's winning when we get there, but I'm so excited for coffee this morning. Okay, we got the goods. I went with the butterscotch, that's what won. So let's see, this is it. I wanted whipped cream, and I told her skim milk, and I think she thought that that meant no whipped cream, which is honestly kind of sad, but that's okay. We're gonna try it real quick. Woo, that's stout. I have a reading update and a package to unbox with you guys. But before we open the package, let's talk about The Darkness Before Them. I am halfway into this now, and I largely don't care. There's some good moments in this for sure, but I just feel like I'm not connecting to any of the characters. I don't really connect to the plot. The politics are not overly interesting me. I feel like we're talking about things, but we're not actually doing anything. Mostly when it comes to the political side of things, there are heists and things going on, which I am really enjoying when they happen, but largely I'm just kind of meh about this book right now, and I wanted to love it so much. There are some really good moments, there are some really not so good moments, so kind of in the middle currently. I'm hoping as I continue reading this, I will start to at least vibe with the plot a little bit more, but halfway I really feel like I should be more invested than I am. It kind of felt like we were ramping up in the beginning to just really lull in the middle, but I also remember Cassidy saying that that is the way that The Legacy of Ash was, his other books, so I'm hoping that maybe this is doing the same thing and it'll start to rev back up again in the end and I will really enjoy the ending. But for now, I'm just kind of feeling mediocre about it. It feels like a 3-star read. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to say on it. I feel very similarly to what I did before. So let's open my package. This is for a very exciting readathon happening in May. I'm not 100% sure when you guys are seeing this video, but it'll either be right before May or during May, and that is Escape the Readathon. This is hosted by Lexi over from Books with Lexi, and I am hosting Team Thrill Seekers, and I'm so very excited. If you're watching this before May, then absolutely you need to check it out. If you're watching this during May, you can still join. It's never too late to join. It is a readathon where we are trying to escape an abandoned haunted carnival. And I just, oh, this sweatshirt is so freaking cute. Like, look at this. We're gonna be at the Black Cat Carnival. And it's even better because like all of the designs have this Ferris wheel in the back, but like that's the thrill seeker kind of vibe. So I feel like she just put us on the shirt. And so therefore we should be the first to escape, right? Look, it's so cute. I love it. I bought the like oversized cozy sand one because honestly I just want to be able to cozy up while I'm running for my life. I'm so excited to have this. It actually got here pretty quick. I know Lexi would disagree because I think she's still waiting her hers at the time of me filming this, but I love it. They are so, so cute. She did such a good job designing these. I'm not sure if you can still get these when you see this video, but I will link all of the information down in the description box. So if you guys want to check it out, you can see what she still has available and what you can currently get your hands on. Okay, so that is all of my reading updates for now. I really need to go finish this book. It's taking me an astronomically long time to finish. So hopefully I will be back with another reading update soon, and I'm hoping it's a little bit more like me being excited about the ending. Okay, so it's time for my final updates on The Darkness Before Them. I really just don't have very many. This is going to be getting a 3-star from me. It's generally fine, I guess, but there was just not enough to really grip me and keep my attention. I never really fell in love with the characters or any of the character dynamics. I never really just fell in love with the plot. I didn't care much about the politics. The magic system was interesting, but everything felt like we were just kind of skimming the surface level and not going very deep. And considering the fact that this is a 600-page book, that means there was a lot of extra stuff in there that I just didn't really care about. So unfortunately, this one is a 3-star. It's okay. Like, I might continue on in the series if I hear that book 2 really like amps it up from book 1, but it just wasn't my favorite. I will say that I don't think the audiobook was the way to go for me for this one. I listened to it, didn't like it, read it physically, liked it a little bit better, read until about halfway, then I will be honest, I switched back over into the audiobook because I had too many physical books that I needed to read that didn't have audios, and I was like, well, then I need to pick up the audio for the one that I have the audio of, and I just feel like it wasn't the way to go for me personally. So yeah. This one is going to get a 3-star, and then we gave One Dark Window a 3.5, I think is what I'm finally going to settle on for that one, a higher 3-star. And I think I'm more likely to continue on in One Dark Window because I liked the ending, I was intrigued by the ending, and I like that nightmare trope. So that is a wrap on this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm really happy that I read both of these books. Both of these were like high up on my radar of things I needed to get to. The Darkness Before Them ticked off one of the hard modes for our fantasy, so we're doing that nice and early. And I will be hopefully doing another one of these installments in the like second quarter to second half of the year. So if you want to help me out with that, I will leave the video up here where I go through all of my unread physical TBR. Please leave me comments. It's not too late to go watch that and to leave me comments on it. And I will hopefully pick your comment and pick the book that you want for me to read. If you just want to let me know that you were here and hanging out, leave me some kind of window emoji. As always, links to my Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads are all down in the description box below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!